Oh no.
Who's letting more out?
Who did it?
Etho is.
No!
Are you guys ready? Are you ready?
Oh
Let more
no.
out.
It's happening. It's happening.
You're going after me. I'm just trying to fix the
Oh,
hole.
the poison. No!
Oh.
I'm gonna run out. Oh, dude, I'm gonna run out of stone. I brought stone.
It's okay. I bought a bunch of wood.
Wait, is every stone
that's not
infested
infested,
here?
guys.
Oh, it's out of control. Yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah, so welcome back everybody to another episode here on the Hermitcraft server. We're over at the shopping district, of course. Where else would I be? Working on the Froglight shop again. Still, yep, my new home here is where I spend all my time these days. But I'm actually pretty excited. I think this is the episode we actually are gonna get it done. Like I know I've said it before, but this is the one. I'm telling you. We're so close now. And if we get it done early, I want to goof around a little bit this episode as well. Maybe go check out Cub Fan's new parkour game. Sounds like it's pretty cool. So we got like a lot of little things left to do on this, some finishing touches. I thought it'd be fun to include you guys with me as I do that. You can see the project get done together, you know? Would be cool. But I also want to show you the new payment system I installed here. Because again, this isn't just a game. It's supposed to be a Froglight shop, right? So how are people going to get their Froglights here? Well, there's two ways. They can either pay with frog coins or with diamonds. What's a frog coin? This is a frog coin over here. I decided to use slime balls as the icon because it makes sense, right? Frogs, they eat slime balls to breed or whatever, right? So that's kind of fitting. I also needed an item that doesn't disappear if you accidentally right click on the ground. I'm not going to place it and then you lose your frog coin kind of thing. So it says exchange for 4 Froglights. So each one of these is worth 4 Froglights. You're going to get these from winning the game, like getting the frog across the road kind of thing. And depending on what your score is at the end, like if you get a score of 6, you're going to get 6 of these coins. And then people take them to the shop here, and you just right click them on these pots, and each one will give you 4 Froglights. It gets dispensed over here. Depending on what color you put it in, the yellow one's over here, we got the green ones here, and then the purple ones. And yes, you can spam click these in if you want. And it kind of handles it one at a time, which is cool. Same with the diamonds. We pay for the Froglights here as well. It handles 2 different currencies, which is kind of cool. So if we put in 1 diamond, we should get 24 of the yellow Froglights. There they are. So it pulses it 6 times instead of just once. And we get 24 that way. And it can handle it if you put like multiple in. If you put 3 in a row, it's not going to like accidentally overwrite the amount or anything. It actually handles it properly, which took a bit of doing. But yeah, we should get 72 with 3 diamonds, and we got 72. All right, perfect. So that's how that works. Oh, and also, as I was building this, so many hermits came by here and accidentally put stuff in the pots, and then they lost it. Both Skizzleman and Joe lost their swords that way. I had to return them to him. But now, if someone accidentally puts something in here that doesn't belong, it should get returned as well. There we go. All right, Tango. I'm gonna give you.
What's going on?
I'm gonna give you these.
Okay.
See if you can figure out what that's
Frog
for.
coin. Exchange for 4 Froglights. Now, would these be something I won from the game?
Yes.
Okay.
You got to figure out what they're for.
You're asking the guy with the worst
I'm not gonna be there to hold the person's hand,
on the
right?
planet. Yo, I'm bouncing. Okay, right here, right? I put him in. I would right click on these to, what is it? 1 frog coin equals 4.
He gets it. Okay, that's good. Whew.
Yeah, no, that's easy. And then, but where's my product?
You got it already.
Oh, it just booped it right into my. Okay, look at that.
It pops up the water streams here.
Oh, okay, it takes a while. All right, that's cool. Maybe like a little sound.
Yeah, I might get like
to confirm
a frog sound.
Yeah, or just is there a little sound from your game you can kind of rip or put in there? Like
Maybe,
a little,
yeah.
I don't know. You know, that would be cool. Just confirmation that what you did was correct, and please wait, it's coming, kind of thing. You know, otherwise you're like, wait, what? And you might walk away.
Yeah. Okay. Good feedback. Good feedback. I like it.
That's cool. What's on the other side? I know you were trying to figure out what to do to balance the other side, right?
This is just like my office.
I like it. I like it.
So,
The frog
Tango,
throne.
thank you for coming in today. I hear you're
Yes,
interested in
yes.
some Froglights. Uh-huh.
Yes. Ooh, it's on the laptop. There's a little incoming orders.
Just checking out, the latest products we have available.
This is great.
I like the color coding.
Uh-huh.
I will say I have accidentally put a sword in here already. So thank you for returning that.
It's
the other
Joe
day.
proof now.
Let's see. So if I put one thing in there, where do they come out? Oh, and in theory, I can't break this by like trying to go down there. It wobbles. It's got a fun little wobble, very jaunty wobble to it.
I'm gonna go down there and just make sure it's working properly too.
Oh yeah, go for it. Enjoy the
You're
stress
like the
test.
first one, like really stress testing it.
Sure. Okay, I might have done my math wrong. I think. Well, wait, no, because I need 20 stacks. Okay, yeah. Oh, this is gonna be a while then. Yeah, we're only at 12 stacks. That's 20 stacks. We did it. Woo!
Perfect. It gave you the right amount.
Exactly the right amount. Thank you so much, Etho. I'm super excited to get back to work on my roads. I got so much to do over there.
Awesome. Uh-huh. Yeah, so that's great. I was worried because we're doing a custom payment system here. It's a little bit confusing. It's a little bit non-standard, right? I wasn't sure if they would be able to figure out how it works. And they got it right away, like Tango and Joe. So that's a good sign. We probably don't need to change anything. But I do want to try add the custom sounds like Tango said. So this is a great excuse, actually, to go check out Jevin's head shop. I haven't been in it yet. So this is a new experience. And I want to try find some Froglights, or frog heads, that we could put on note blocks and then get the special frog sounds. How does this work? Oh, this is our individual player heads. Oh, what in the world? He's got white hair. Oh, that might have been from the court case. Does he have one for me? I think we can, like, put our own heads in here and try sell them. Oh, yes, he's got them. Okay, perfect. My money's running a little low. I gotta go mining one of these days and just get a bunch of diamonds because I've been struggling all season here. I want to get a few because I have another idea for him as well. Let's buy 2 of each for right now. Thank you, Jevin. Yeah, so we could just use like a normal note block and make some kind of tune out of that when someone buys something, but I think the frogs are more suitable, and I think they're going to be less annoying because they should have a deeper tone to them, I think. Although it doesn't really punch you, does it? It's like a drawn-out sound. Maybe that's not good. Well, we won't know until we try it. That's something, all right? I think it's better than nothing. If we spam it, though. I kind of like that, actually. How does it sound with diamonds, though? That's the big question. Because it's going to pulse 6 times? You know what? I think we're going to leave it. It's kind of goofy. I like it. Green for green, orange for yellow, and white for purple. Match them up. Why not? Doesn't matter, but it's just an extra little detail. So the way this works, by the way, we have a shulker unloader here. So there's a big stockpile of shulker boxes with Froglights in. They funnel down to the barrels, to the chests, to the droppers. And then when they request the Froglights out of the droppers here, it automatically will refill as long as we have stock in supply. And I never need to interact with the system. It just manages itself as long as we have stock. And where does that stock come from? Well, from our Froglight farm, of course, in the nether here. A little update on this, by the way. After we updated the server, the reach of the mobs changed. So it used to work out like if a little baby slime got in with the iron golem there, he wouldn't be able to hit the iron golem. But after the update, they were killing the iron golem. They could reach him then. So to fix that problem, you can see I just put some honey down, and that stops the baby slimes from jumping up into the cage with the iron golem and being able to hit them. There's 27 hermits that play on this server, but there's only 26 barrels here. Guess who got forgotten? I'm gonna put down my own barrel on the hostile mob head side. That's right, not the passive side. Yeah, it's important I do this actually because if any hermit is working on a project and they need the hermit heads, it's a real pain to get them. If you have to go to, oh, I guess it's gotta be colored too. If you gotta go to each hermit individually. So this kind of works as a big time saver for everyone. And if we sell any of our hermit heads, Jevin is splitting the profits with us. So If he's selling these for 8 diamonds each, we'll get 4 for each head we sell. All right, I think we're gonna make this work somehow. There's not a lot of space left here. But I got thinking, you know, we have an audio cue if you do the right thing, but we don't have an audio cue if you do the wrong thing. So I want to add like a dun if you put something in that doesn't belong. And what we're gonna do here, that needs to be wood. And then that's gonna be wood over here. And we're gonna have some note blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so then let's do a timing of maybe 4 between them. And this piston will extend this observer whenever something's in the dropper that doesn't belong. And it runs a clock to eject it, basically. And that's also going to trigger our note blocks. And we're going to have them set at 4 so they don't keep pulsing. It'll just trigger once. Okay, let's change the timing on that. We'll make it a little bit faster. Down to 2. Try again. Yeah, that's much better. And we put a bunch of items in. Let's double check that works. Oh, I guess it'll like keep pulsing. Okay, that's fine. Our next step of the project is a bit of a weird one. We're over at our moss farm because we need to collect 9 shulkers of moss. It is very important, trust me. Thankfully, I've added a switch onto this, so it'll overwrite all the composters and it'll stop making bone meal. And instead, all the moss gets delivered here, and seeds and all that stuff. So this should actually go pretty quick. All right, we gotta kill the spiders. They're driving me nuts. So we got our spider farm over here too. They're piling up. All right, but now I gotta keep up with this thing too. It's going a little too quick for me. Okay. I should add a sorter to this, but I just don't know. It would have to be something crazy to keep up with this rate. All right, let's take these over to the Enderman farm. Oh my goodness, some jerk used up all the anvils here and didn't replace them. It was me. My bad. Whoops. Yeah, when I was making the frog coins. Okay, let's get a bunch down. We're gonna use them all up anyways. All right, so we're going to need levels to name things on the anvil. That's what the Endermen are for. As we're collecting XP, we want to be over here naming things, and we're going to name all of our moss blocks score. These are the physical representation of our score in the game. Control A, select all, Control C to copy. And when we put the next one in, we just hit Control A, Control V. And it should go pretty smooth. There's just a lot to do. No, I copied. We got them all done, and this is what they're for over here. Behind the game, there is a score machine that holds the moss blocks. Aha. We got to fill these up just in case, you know, this is probably overkill. Probably won't ever use this many, but now I never need to worry about it. There should always be some here. And we got to fill up all these barrels. By the way, a little building tip for all of you. If you ever use these new pots, always put something inside them. Otherwise, people are going to come to your shop. They're going to accidentally put their tools in, and then they're going to have to break the pot, wreck your shop to get it back. And they might not put stuff back the right way. So just prevent it right off the bat. So now if I right click with my sword or something, it's not going to disappear on people. We should do some first aid here on the Ravagers as well, because when we first got them, I think a lot of them got damaged in the initial raid. So they might be a little bit low on health, and I would hate it for, you know, a hermit to accidentally punch one and kill it, and then they would feel bad, and I would feel bad because I'd have to get a new one, and it's best just to avoid that situation and I preemptively heal them up.
Hey, I got something for you.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
Been meaning to give you that for a while.
Oh,
Looks
that's
so
the
cool, doesn't it?
trophy! Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah, man, it's dope. Don't place it on the ground.
Yeah, it's a pumpkin thing. Can you put it in an item frame?
That's the way you do it. Get one
Oh,
of
that's
those.
so awesome. Thank you, Azuma.
Hey, no problem. I mean, thank Hoffen. I just get Hoffen to make the.
Oh, you got it. Huffin.
Yeah. Look at that.
Hoffen?
Hoffen made it. Hoffen
Dude,
makes,
that's so
loads of cool
nice.
stuff for us. Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it?
It's so cool.
The eyes, I think, are my favorite bit. So you wanted some keys, right?
Yeah, I was hoping to get a couple keys.
Oh. Wow, I just picked. Okay, someone's littering.
Do you do that when you're flying by somewhere and you just drop stuff?
I have done that on occasion.
Yeah, I do
I
it once in a
literally just-
while.
I flew into a pile of junk.
I'm curious how you did this because this is something I want to do soon too. In my
All
single
right, cool.
player.
Check it out. All you got to do, Etho, is just stand here.
Oh really?
Then it starts going. Yeah. That's it. Then walk to the next one.
Oh, it does
Activate
the killing too. So it doesn't need to be a player kill to get the key.
No, it doesn't. No.
Okay.
So if you walk to the next one over there on your right, just down there, and then stand in front of it and look at it, you'll see it activate.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So it takes a moment. The slime ones are take quite a while, but the skeleton ones are quick. I mean, this one, that's not done yet, is it?
Is it the same rules as a normal spawner, or is it a smaller area?
It needs a line of sight with where it wants to spawn.
Oh, really?
So that's why they just spawn on top of pressure plates and, yeah, take damage, get pushed into the campfires.
Oh,
So did you
okay.
see that one just finished?
Yeah. So it shoots it out the top, and then you use the hopper minecart to pick it up through the block.
That's right. If you're hanging out over here, like you'll want to learn the layout because you run around and it's not entirely obvious where everything is, but you'll probably get used to it.
Yeah.
So I spend my time like I don't sit at one of these. I like run to the next one.
Yeah. Do they
you go
despawn
up
like
here.
after 32 blocks, or are they persistent?
Now
ones?
if you're in the trial chamber, they'll stay here doing their thing. So you don't ever need to stay at one spot.
Okay.
So I do like a lap. It's like I run, I visit and activate them all.
Yeah.
And then I go back round again and pick up all the loot after. And you'll get plenty of keys that way.
Well, you've been very helpful, Azuma. If you ever need anything from me, I'll give you a favor.
You owe me one.
I owe you big now.
You owe me one.
I don't know
remember
what else to give you.
I need you to come fix my brewer.
Oh, just move it all.
Rebuild
oh, my
it.
Goodness.
Yeah. No. Yeah, feel free to use this.
Well, I ended up using Azuma's trial chamber farm there quite a bit, actually. It farmed up a full stack of keys. It took a few hours. It just logged in, logged out every 30 minutes, and eventually we had a bunch. So what is the reason for these? Well, we're going to need them for our other payment system here. This other pot, this is for actually playing the game. You're going to pay a diamond to play, or I also want to be able to give people the option of playing for free with a frog key. So probably when we launch the game, I'll mail everybody a free run kind of thing. And we just want these for the icon, basically. So similar to the frog coins, we're making frog keys. Actually, I'll just do like this, and it's a free run. I copied a bunch of Unicode characters. Let's figure out which one is our favorite. So I don't think this one. Fat key versus old key. Or square key. I think I like. Maybe not. I'm very bad at making like decisions that don't matter. Let's just go with this. Stop wasting time. Okay, yeah, there's our frog key. So I'll show you how this works as well. How you add the lore text. It's something that's new to me with this project, and I'll probably use it more in the future as well. So frog key. Then we want to write a description for what the frog key does. Grants 1 free play at Ravager Rush, or maybe we do free entry to Ravager Rush. It's shorter, and I think it's clearer. That's what we're going to go for. Okay. It's so hard deciding how to do these things. Okay, so now we select our frog key. We do /trigger. What is it? Format name. And that brings up this menu, okay? So then we can choose what color we want the text to be. I think we'll make it green. And the other one's purple by default. And then we can attach the name of the other item onto the key by putting in our offhand and then applying the offhand lore, append it to the key, basically. Okay, and it should say frog key, free entry to Ravager Rush. Yes, great. So that's our stack, and now we need to make it work with our payment system. So we're gonna head down there. I really need like a wire access room. I keep like breaking this wall down. Not the greatest method. So I kind of got started on setting this up as well. This is 2 item filters, and if the item doesn't go in the item filter, it gets shot out instead. I was using this as a temporary holding item, so we're going to use the key here instead. And ideally, I don't want to have to put my full stack of keys in here. Normally, when you're setting up item filters and they're joined together like this, you do not want to set them up like this, where you try to save on diamonds or keys or whatever by putting the filler items in the back, because if a full stack of keys went into here, it would make the signal strength stronger than 3, and it would cause the first 4 items in this filter to disappear and drain out, and then it won't be a filter anymore. But in our case here, we actually have a safety system installed underneath. It like loops around to some pistons here and makes this block extend, and then it also locks the hoppers, the item filters here. Once one item goes through, that's to prevent like overpaying. Like if we put 2 diamonds into the pot, it'll use one of them and then the other one will go to this dropper. And then it will just get shot out above for people to pick up. So you can't overpay when you go to play this. And also because of that system, we can cheat here and not need a full stack of diamonds in or a full stack of keys, which is really nice because they take a long time to farm. And as you saw there, we also have a system for, much like the shop there, if you put something in that doesn't belong, it just gets ejected. Excellent. Okay, let's test it out here. Make sure it's working properly. So right now, the game is not running. There's no Ravagers moving inside. Everything's at 0. As soon as we pay, though, the door should open up. I think the game should start going here. So I'm going to hold right-click to put in several keys as well, just to see what happens. So it should only eat one of them. You saw the door opened up. That's good. We might need some kind of note block thing there as well to like do. You know, like let's play kind of thing. Okay, yeah, good. The Ravagers are moving. Okay, so I think I got a note block thing worked out for this. It's only 6 notes, nice and simple, but I think it should be good. But I realized like we never did the water stream for this chest, and we should work that out first. Like when you do redstone stuff, always do the harder things first, and then like the note block thing I can kind of just put anywhere. While this needs a very specific spot, and it's very, very tight, as you can see. So I'm putting it right next to that item filter stuff. That's the reason I didn't separate these. It was because space really matters, by the way. Somehow I gotta get the water in here now. I think I got the shape of it figured out without flooding my redstone. So we're gonna get water here in this column. Oh, it's gotta have a block underneath it. Okay. All the way up. No, I don't want to go up myself. Oh, I did get in here. No! Are you serious? Okay, so the water is going to flow to this chest, and anything... Or not this chest, this hopper. Anything that goes in this hopper will end up in that chest above. How do I get out of here now? Can I do that? Oh, man, I can't believe that worked. Okay, that's great. And then the next column's going to come up over here. My goodness, this is a disaster. Okay, so we're going to go down here. Oh, come on, let me fly, let me fly. Put this back. We go down. Okay, so we got to finish building it from here. So this is where it was getting dropped off before. So these are our package scores. We want those delivered to the chest above. So we're extending this basically. So we want this to come out to here. And then we will have a column going up here. And we just got to fill it up with water. 10, 11, 12. Faster is better. Faster is better. I added a delay to the door as well to try and make it a bit more dramatic when it opens. Let's see if the timing's right on that. And I'm going to spam click the diamonds in, make sure it only eats one. Okay. Let me think about that. Did I like that? I mean, the timings were pretty good. We are getting some packages ready here for all the hermits. So I think the very last step to this project, like when we're for sure ready, bug tested, and good to go, and we're ready to open the shop, we are going to send every hermit a little care package here in the mail to let them know it's open, and also to encourage them to get into the shop and and spend their frog coins for some free Froglights. And then also, I'm going to give everybody a frog key for a free run. And it says the Froglight shop is now open. Frog key or 1 diamond lets you play Ravager Rush. So it kind of explains it a little bit better too. And then I'm just going to take the stamp out of here and then use that to send it in the mail system when we're ready to go. But got them all prepped and ready for when that happens. Still got some more work to do on it. Let's get back to it. It was pretty funny. In the comments of my last episode, a lot of you were pretty confused how I managed to add the correct time to the score packaging system. Like, did Etho figure out how to make a clock in game that keeps track of the real time and somehow adds that to the score? No. Unfortunately, it's not quite that fancy. I'm just renaming these every month manually on an anvil. That's pretty much it. So we're planning on opening this in September. So I'm going to add September to all these. Every month, I want us to choose a champion. Whoever got the top score that month in the game is going to be the champion. So there's going to be a September champion, an October champion, a November champion, and each of those champions is going to get a frog trophy mailed to them. That's what this is for, courtesy of Azuma and Hoffen. They got the trophy ready for us, and I put it up on display in the shop here so people can see it. They can want to strive for it, that way. And I think it's going to be a little added thing to make them want to play, right? And then we'll also probably send them some free runs, some keys in the mail, and some frog coins as a bonus as well for being the champion. So the scores, people need to be able to see what they're competing against, right? So that's what this is for. They're going to automatically show up in this chest as people play. Eventually this might fill up though, and then we need to transfer them out of here. So that's what these lecterns are for. I think we'll use this one here. We're going to have like a monthly, well, I guess it would be September 2024. High scores. Something like that. I'm going to have to format this very nicely, though, of course. On the next page, we're going to have the all-time high scores. Just like a collective page with everybody's best score on. Those are also going to be up on the wall on display here. So it's not necessary to have this, really, but it's kind of good to have like a backup. Let's say a creeper blew up the banners in the shop. Then I might not know what the score actually was. But if we have some second way of keeping track of it, it's going to help. Okay. So, and then I guess, like, once September's done, can we copy this page? Control A, what am I pressing here? Control A, copy. Maybe once a month is over, we just put it at the end of the book kind of thing, so we have a record still. Yeah, that'll work out nicely. Okay, you can do that. Simple. And yeah, that's going to be over here. This other lectern I want to have for like instructions on how to play. And maybe a page of like tips and tricks to help people out, because it is a very difficult game and I don't want them struggling more than they need to. All right, check it out. I just wrote up the book here, and it is a bit of a challenge because we got to make this as information dense and useful as possible. No extra fluff, right? Because the hermits don't like to read. So I thankfully was able to get like all the important stuff on the first page here. So they should at least see that, I think. How to play Ravager Rush. Step 1, put 1 diamond or 1 frog key in the pot. So we're standing next to the pot. Hopefully that's clear enough. Let me know if any of this isn't clear, by the way, and I'll tweak it as well. Step 2, go through the door and make sound selections. So they're going to hear that's the Ravager sounds and all that when the door opens, so that should direct their attention there, and then they'll know to go make their sound selections. Step 3, fall down the hole and right-click the bed to set spawn. That's the one they're most likely to mess up on. I'm a little worried about it. As long as they don't move around too much, they should be fine. There's also the sign here that explains your items are auto-collected. So hopefully that's good enough. But I might need to tweak that one. We'll see. All right, and then everything past here is explaining how the game works. So it says, don't punch Ravagers, dodge the Ravagers, and reach the 5 gates at the end of the level. These gates close after each success. Closing all 5 gates grants an extra life and opens them all again. I think this is one of those things I didn't explain too well to you guys even. A lot of you thought like if you get all 5 across the game ends. No, it keeps going. You get an extra life. and the level kind of starts over. The game ends when you run out of lives. You do not lose lives if you are successful. So the live counter might go down, but it also adds one after that, so it balances out. It's just the way it works in the Redstone. It kind of has to go that way. The timer counts down during each life and adds its total to your score when you reach an end gate. You will be rewarded frog coins based on your final score. So if you get a score of 12, you get 12 frog coins, and they're just going to show up in the chest with your stuff at the end of the round. And then I did a tips and tricks section here. I'm not going to read through this, but it's there. You can pause the video and read it if you want. And yeah, I think that's the information. Kind of formatted this a little bit. I'm kind of debating this. Like, this accepts 2 different types of currencies, and this accepts 2 different types of currencies. Should I show what those are? Like, should we have like a diamond and a key here kind of thing? And likewise, do we want to have like a frog coin and a diamond down here? Maybe. What happens if we put it on top? It gets blocked. Can you do like an item frame here and one there? Oh, you can. Okay. Maybe that's what we do. And we can do trigger if this is another data pack thing. Set I forget how this works. There we go. Yeah, so that makes it invisible. All right, moving on here. I just realized we got ourselves kind of a big problem to solve with the note block song for the game. So the issue is, let's say somebody's about to finish playing and the song just starts over again. Like it restarts the loop. They finish the game, and because the song is like over a minute long, they can actually start a new game if they're excited to play again. Before the song finishes. And what's going to happen then is it's going to send another pulse to this big long chain of note blocks, and it's going to loop both songs at the same time, and it's going to sound crazy. So the way to fix that is we got to break it into smaller sections and like disable it at more than one spot, because it just stops at the end of the song. There's a block here that moves out of the way, and then it stops looping when the lives are at 0. We need to do that in more spots, and ideally we want that to happen at points in the song that are resolved in the music, right? We don't want a sudden cutoff. The issue is, like, this is dense and there's not a lot of space to fit redstone in here, so I kind of have to do it on the edges of the note blocks and try to find a spot in a few places where we can do that. So we're just gonna listen to the song, and I'm gonna mark areas that sound like that can happen. And we want it to happen like every 15 seconds or 30 seconds in the song where we have a resolve. So it's at the edge, but it's kind of like in the middle of something, so that's not good. Again, hit the edge, but it's in the middle of something. Okay, I can stop it after this note here. So I'll mark that. And that's like a 15-second segment, so that's good. Okay, another breakpoint here. It's kind of in the middle of the area. Don't think I can reach that. All right, so I think the way we're going to do this is to use locking repeaters and just freeze it from letting the signal through. Good. Okay, that worked. This was a pretty good breakpoint over here, which we might actually be able to make work. So we lock the repeater like that. This note block will get triggered when we lock it, though, but that's not really a big deal, I don't think. And then we have a little bit more head space to work here than the layer below. We only have 2 blocks. Here we have 3. So some stuff is possible here that won't be down below. And the way note blocks work is you don't want to put anything on top of them, or otherwise they don't play. But like this is all lowered over here, so I think we can actually just run the signal through. And then we will use a repeater here to get it past this one. And I think this will actually work. So we just run this one over here. And that's another breakpoint figured out. Okay. So we just power this. Like, it'll play a couple notes accidentally, but, you know, it should be fine because this is now locked over here. Oh, man. All right. Well, that worked out very well, actually. So I think we got 6 breakpoints installed in the song here. I was really worried about this. I thought it was going to be a big challenge, but we got lucky. like without even planning it, a lot of the breakpoints ended up being near the edges. So that is great. So we just pulled the signal off of here. So again, if the lives are at 0, this wire's on, and then it sends a signal down here, and it branches off to all our breakpoints. So there's one right here on the edge. Didn't have to really do anything there. I think I just added an extra repeater or something. And it goes around here. Again, on the very edge, found a spot that's good. And then it also goes up to where we were before. And there's a few more breakpoints up here. We added a lot of audio cues this episode, but I guess there's even more we should do. Just thinking about it here. Currently, if you get to the end of the level, like through one of these gates, and you fall down, you hit the pressure plate down below. Currently, there is no audio cue, like signaling, oh, good job, you did it kind of thing. It's just silent. So that's not good. We need to add something for that, because that's kind of an important part of the game. So I just put some note blocks together here. This is what I came up with. And then it's got the frog sound at the end. I don't know, it's kind of simple, but I think it's good enough, right? It doesn't need to be anything too crazy. Very good. We got our note blocks set up here, and we're down below, like when you go through the gate and you fall down, we're at that pressure plate where, here, I'll just show you. Yeah, like we're down here. Hey-oh, it's me. Yeah, so we're at the bottom, and we want the note blocks to be near us when we fall down here so that we can actually hear them. So they're just right here. And the other thing we needed to do is connect all 5 of them together so they all connect together on this wire. But if we only had one set of note blocks, like let's say we put it around like where the green frog is in the middle. Well, if you go down the yellow one, you're only going to hear the note blocks through your left ear. And if you went down the red one, you'd only hear it through your right ear. So I set up 2 sets of note blocks, so we'll have like stereo sound. You should hear it through both your left and right ear when you fall down. And we can test it out here. While I was down here working on the breakpoints for our main song, I realized it's actually pretty easy for us to add like a game over tune to our game. Simple again, nothing crazy. Because the wire we need, like this wire tells us if our lives are at 0 or not, and it's like right here. So if our lives are greater than 0, this goes off. And then when they go to 0, it'll send the signal through once here. And the spot we respawn is actually just like right above here. Because like, let's say our note blocks are at the other end here, they'd be too far away for us to hear them. And I'd have to run a wire and it'd be a big thing. But this just kind of worked out for us. Nice and easy. Oh, it's not all smooth sailing, everybody. We have a redstone bug in our game. It's true. And it's a nasty one. This one had me scratching my head for a long time. It was showing up when people were playtesting it every once in a while. Not every game, though. That's the thing. It was inconsistent. And inconsistent bugs are really hard to figure out. What would happen every so often, our lives display, the 7-segment display here, would get messed up. Specifically, this segment right here would flip incorrectly, and then you couldn't really read the number. And I had no idea why it was happening. It was only happening to that one, so I kind of assumed, okay, the other 7-segment displays are fine. Maybe I made a mistake back here. One of the repeaters is set wrong, something like that. Something's different than the other ones. And I couldn't find anything. So I was like, okay. Then I thought maybe it's something in between that. Something with my redstone here. And I had a hunch of what it might have been. When you start the game, it adds lives to the counter. It goes up to 5 lives. Actually, it goes up to 6 lives. I kind of forgot that. So the way it happens here is this pulses 6 times. Each Froglight here adds 1 to lives at game starts. So it goes here, down this line, and then there's a delay here, and that gives this time for this signal to go through, and then another signal goes through, and then at this one, another one, and another one, and another one. So it actually pulses 6 times. And I was like testing that out. I was trying to trigger it and see if it would, on occasion mess up our display. It never did. It always worked perfect. So I was like, okay, it's not that. Followed this back. There was nothing back at the up closer to the start of the thing or anything. So I was like, okay, I've got no idea. And then I realized, like, it would only happen during the game. It's a combination of actions that's causing it. So we're adding lives, but at the start of the game, we also subtract 1 life. And that happens when we hit the pressure plates. Like, we fall down here, we die on the campfire. That triggers the sensor that, okay, game is starting, add 6 lives to the counter. And then what happens is we step on this pressure plate. Every time you step on this, it subtracts 1 life. So it's adding and subtracting lives at the exact same time, depending on when the person actually respawns, right? And that's why sometimes I think it's messing up and other times it's not. Here's what we're going to do. So I want to remove the wire connected to the skulk sensor. And instead we ran another wire to add the lives at the start of the game. So it connects down the staircase like we saw before. I'm going to attach here. And this is going to connect up to our door. So when we pay to open the door at the start, that's what's going to trigger our lives to get added. And that should give enough spacing where when we subtract 1, it's done adding them. And hopefully, I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll try it. And this is like the last like really tough thing for me to figure out, like that I didn't know how to solve. And we might have solved it now. Ah, man, I really got to learn from Tango. Like Tango, he makes lists. Like he writes stuff down when he does projects like these, and then he just looks at his list for what needs to be done. Mine's all in my head. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything. I think we're getting close to the wrap-up stage, though. I think all the redstone's done. I think we should cover this up now. This thing, I wanted to do like a Ravager Rush logo with a frog or something, but I'll be honest, I don't have it in me. I just want this to be done. If I'm feeling ambitious later, I'll come back to it and I'll try to make something a little more fancy. But I think I'll just fill it in with like mud and see what that's like. This is honestly like a section you don't see when you're playing. Like you won't ever... I've never noticed like the wiring here as I'm playing. So it's the only... If you're in those viewing areas, you'll see it. Yeah, it's definitely on the plain side for sure. But it doesn't really matter. I don't think it's such a low priority thing. I think we'll leave it like that. I'm good with it. I just installed a proper way of emergency exiting out of the game. This is not for players. This is for me when I'm testing. There's a button here. You can't walk through the bamboo here. You have to go around it like here. Little secret thing. And then you can't right click the button because the fern's in the way. You have to jump and press it. Oh snap. Hopefully the hermits don't use it, because if they leave the game when it's running, it's gonna mess everything up. They have to exit by dying, or it's it won't shut down properly. Just thinking of things here. Let's go check out the chunk loaders. Chunk loaders are down below, way down here, so that they don't interfere with the mail system. They have to be down at this level. And as I was building this game, a couple times when I logged in, it was running, and I have no idea how it got started. So there's either a bug or some hermits, you know, they were curious and they pushed some buttons or something. I don't know. Anyways, it's been left on running for weeks in some cases, and these started with 64 items in, 64 netherrack, and some of that has disappeared. I don't know why these chunk loaders lose items over time. They do though. So I'm going to stock them up, and they should last for weeks and weeks and weeks of the game running without a problem. Oh, snap. Okay, I think with that, we are actually done. We just got to do the final cleanup. So I got to move all these shulkers and things back to my base. And then we can do the testing, and it's going to work perfect. There'll be no problems. And we can open the game, right? Yeah. I got to move these too. So I have a deal with Joe. Every once in a while, he'll leave me a bunch of stone. I'm trading him Froglights for it. And sometimes he'll put it in very weird spots. So we got to get this out of here. I'm just going to dump it in shulkers and bring it to my base, I think. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling all sorts of weird ways right now. Like, I'm super happy. We got so much done in this episode. Feeling very accomplished. Very happy the project's done that I've been working on for forever. But at the same time, I've added like 50 things since I last tested it. And I don't know. It, like, in my head, you know, there's that chance I might just work. It might all work perfect. Everything perfectly together. No issues whatsoever. Realistically though, yeah, I gotta fix some things here. we'll see. We'll see how this goes. We got to do it though, because talk is cheap. We got to see what the actual results of all our changes were. So we're gonna do it step by step. The testing here, kind of really fully analyze everything we do. Starting off with putting the diamond in the door. So let's just double check. Ravagers aren't moving or anything. Ravagers are good. I don't know. Sometimes I log in and they're moving. I don't know how that happens. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm hoping now that everything's like done properly, that weird stuff like that stops happening. I don't know. Okay, lives are at 0. Everything's at 0. Good. Good. So we put the diamond in. Now I did change the notes on this a little bit and also the timing of the door. So we got to really pay attention to that. Here we go. I think that was good. I think that was pretty good. Okay, so I switched it to guitar instead of piano. I think I like it more. Let's check. Now, the lives should say 6, according to that last change we made. They do. Okay, perfect. Ravagers are not glitched out. Okay, that's a good sign. That always makes me nervous. Yeah, we got to get in there, I guess. So the next step, we got to check our music selections, right? Music on. We want to test the note block stuff, especially. Jukebox should all be fine. We got to hop in. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Hop in, set our spawn. We're going. We're doing it. Take our armor off to die faster. Okay. Music started up. Good. Hopefully, I didn't mess with any of that stuff, so that should all be good. Lives are at 5, so it subtracted the 1. All good, man. Everyone gets so nervous when you die on the server. Okay, let's double check our items are getting sucked up by our inventory management system. Where is that? Down here. I think I got them all already. Yeah, so I got picked up through the campfire. Nothing's sitting on the bed or anything. That's great. Timer's counting down, looking good. What else do we gotta check? I think we just gotta play. So for this to be a really good test, I actually have to get some points. So hopefully I don't stink here. It's been a long time since I played though. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oh, can I squeeze through? I squeezed through. Okay, go. No! It's fine, our timer was at 0 anyway. Okay, we gotta try to book it on this one. Double check the lives. What happened to lives? Lives are good. Okay, that made me worried. That timer, you know, or that 7 segment always has me nervous. Okay, we're good. Try to dodge this guy. That Ravager just went. That one just went. That one just went. What? Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I should have waited. Beat up's mom. Okay. Is this a glitch with the visuals? It's not a problem with my redstone. Okay, good. Music looped. That's another important thing. K-Man saw it. Oh. Okay. We should get the game over soon. Yeah, perfect. And our music should stop. Right? Yeah. Was that a clean breakpoint? I guess it kind of was, right? And we die. And everything should get reset. Okay. Our stuff should be here. Yeah. Everything's good there. We got no frog coins because we got 0 points. So I'm going to do another run. Hopefully I'll actually get one across so we can see that works. All right, because I suck so bad that run, we're going to go again. We got to actually get a frog across the road so we can hear the notes there and stuff and make sure we get frog coins in our run here. Nice. Okay, that's all good. Just double check this stuff again. Lives are at 6. Why is the timer counting down? Yeah, it is actually counting down. So it started... Oh, no, it reset. Maybe I just never noticed that before? Like, I guess it's not an issue. But it's just a little weird. Okay, let's go, let's go. I got my warm-up in. We're going to do... Great now. How did he get sent out so fast? I'm good at this game. I'm good at it. I just gotta believe. Okay. Okay, perfect timing on that guy. Perfect timing on that one. What? Where? Oh, we're gonna get one across. Okay, okay. Listen for the tune. Awesome. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. That was actually pretty good. Good timing on it. It was loud enough. I think it was good. We got 5 on the scoreboard, so now we can see if we actually get frog coins this run too, which is awesome. Oh, yeah, I knew it. All right. Game over sound worked. Great. Everybody's settling down. We got a score of 5. And there's our break. Okay, good. Song stopped. Are they not stopping? Oh no, I gotta do this first. All right, good. And honestly, I think everything's working great. As long as we see frog coins in here, we should have 5. Ooh, no frog coins. So it didn't shoot any out. So this didn't work. Why didn't it work? That's the question. Okay, so that redstone's connected. That should be good. Goes through the wall here. Comes up here. And across the Ravagers. Oh, what in the world? I missed one. Oh. Oh, we're out of lives. Game over. Visual glitch? Yeah. Okay, our song stopped. We got a score of 5. Let's finish it up here. And if everything worked correctly, we should have 5 frog coins in our inventory. No. Huh. Okay, I see another problem here. Simple fix again. So whenever we get a point in the game, it goes into this dropper and this counts it. And then that point, that moss block named score goes down the water stream here, goes to our score packager. And then that point also gets added to our 7-segment display. That's what this wire goes to. But then it also sends a pulse to our frog coins, or it's supposed to, except if you follow this, it goes here and then goes here, loops around, and this doesn't actually pick up the signal because it's dust to dust and you need a repeater to pull it through. Yeah, so now it should work, but I've said that before. Let me actually just double check. I have a hunch the redstone's also not reaching, so I'm just gonna power it and follow to where it's broken. Because I sent a pulse and a frog coin didn't come out, so that's not a good sign. Oh, is that it over there? Oh, I miscounted by 1. Yeah, it doesn't reach that far. Okay. I'll just put a block there, I guess. One more run. Let's do it. Okay, lives are at 5, even though I went through real quick there. That's good. Let's do it. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this one. Yeah, I don't know how it's happening. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm feeling it this time. First guy a success, and just I don't know how they didn't hit me, honestly. That was crazy. How was that only a score of 4? I guess I kind of paused at the beginning of my usual check, but still, that fell pretty fast. Aw. Okay. Go, go, go. Faster. Faster. Stop going so slow. Whoa. Nice. Nice timing on that. Oh, they're all together. Beautiful. 2 on this run. I want to try go on the left here. So he just went. He's going to go. And he's going to go. Yeah, this might be a better strategy. Because then Snake is all... Oh. I was going to say Snake was all the way over on the left. And I just need plenty of time to do the water section. This might be a better way of doing it over here. I'm going to try it a couple more times. As long as I can get through here quick enough. Yeah. So now look how much time I have to deal with the water. I think I like this a lot more. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, snappers! 3 frogs in a run? What is happening? Score of 14. Score of 14. This is the run, everybody. Yeah, I like this strat. As long as I can do this quick. Oh, I think I'm just pushing it, though. Like, it might not be possible to do consistently. Oh, we're out of lives. Okay. I like that tune because then I know it's over without having to check, too. Breakpoint. There we go. All right. 14. Are we going to get our frog coins finally? Uh-oh, are we out of potions? We're out of potions. Uh-oh. So this is one thing I have to make sure never happens when people are playing. Because there's no way out now. Like, this is the one thing that can't happen. I should farm up a bunch of potion stuff. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening. This block over there is locking it somehow for some reason. I don't have my gear on to check, really. So I'm just going to steal one from over here. And we'll die properly and end the game. And then I'll investigate it, I think. Let's put our stuff back. And do this. Okay, so now it's like we ended it properly. And do we have frog coins? Yes! Finally! We got 14 frog coins and we got a score of 14. That's perfect. That's what we want to see, everybody. It finally works. And let's check the chest in the shop as well. It's been correct so far every time, so I just want to just show that to you as well. Let's see. Did our score get put in here? There it is. Score of 14. Etho, September 2024. Overall, though, I gotta say that worked out pretty good. Like, a lot of the stuff I was worried about worked fine, and then like the simple things, like the frog coin thing, had 3 things wrong with it, which, yeah. But we got it fixed, and we just gotta look into that brewer. Should be a small issue, no biggie. And farm up some more brewing ingredients just in case that's an issue. Other than that, I think we're ready to open up. I am going to wait on the exterior. Like, ideally it should be done, but I need a break from this. And this episode's running long, so we can't do Cubs Parkour this episode. I'm going to do it next episode. It's going to be a goof around episode, I think, where we just have fun. Don't really focus on projects. I'm kind of looking forward to that, actually. And yeah, I think a good wrap-up point for this project. Thank you all for following me through it. Hope you enjoyed it. Any ideas, let me know in the comments. Until the next episode, though, thank you for watching. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.